Hey guys, what is going on? It's GMXB1 and it's that time now. I'm going to be dropping a video after this one. I'm going to be putting out the challenges and the private matches, what I'm going to have with my subs. So obviously it's Titanfall, FIFA 14, Battlefield 4, Watch Dogs and UFC, what I've been having a shit ton of fun on. But the career mode's a bit boring, same repetitive shit, but I'll get to that later. So I've got some news today on... actually I've got a fair bit today, so you're going to have to bear with me today. What I'm going to do, I am going to start with, remember the DX12 comment by, the DirectX comment by Phil Spencer, saying it won't be a massive change? Well, as you know, Stardock founder and CEO Brad Wardle, the man who stated that DirectX 12 will be a game changer for Xbox One as it will double the Xbox One GPU speed, well, he shared his views on recent bold statement about what Phil Spencer had said from a consumer who asked him what would the X12 do. So as you know, a fan asked Brad Wardle, DX12 won't be a massive change. What was his statement from Phil Spencer mean? Whether he meant development or performance. And to this he replied, development is basically the same. So a small debate-like thing erupted with this reply of Wardle, and a few Twitter users started arguing that Phil Spencer's tweet was regarding development, when Twitter user by the name of Digital Syrup asked, I think he meant development, but also DirectX 12 is doing some things that Mantle is doing. So then Wardle replied, my general impression is that Mantle is higher performance, but DX12 is slightly safer. So this other user, Digital Syrup, further quiz Wardle, the API frees up the CPU and allows the application game to speak to the GPU, less dealing with drivers and operating system. To that, Wardle replied, it's less API and more implementation. I wish the people arguing this topic were more technical. It's pretty simple. So on the last tweet he put, Digital Syrup said, good summary of DX12, as DX12 will enable more visual richness by decreasing CPU overhead. And Wardle tweeted back, good summary, if my game can have multiple threads talk to the GPU and get jobs going in parallel, my game is faster. So what Phil Spencer's DX12 won't be a massive change was pointing to is hard to make out, but this conversation with Wardle does put some light on what he was talking about. So that's it. Going over to the Xbox Live now. Phil Spencer believes that Xbox Live is a difference maker for the Xbox One. So as you know, Sony's beefed up the PlayStation Network with its premium offering on the PlayStation 4. Party chat and other features that were long requested by the PlayStation fan base have arrived. PlayStation Plus is dialing out games on a month in, month out basis, but Phil Spencer believes that Microsoft's Xbox Live service is still a differentiator. Spencer, head of the Xbox division for Microsoft, believes that winning the core gaming customers is important and making Xbox Live the best online service is at the forefront of Microsoft's plans. He went on to say, I know this console has to win first and foremost with the gaming community out there, the gaming fans and the gaming customer. Winning with the gaming customer, focusing on Xbox Live is a long-term difference, and entertainment experiences are incredibly important to our long-term success. But you have to sequence the focus in such a way that the core customer for your Xbox understands what you're about. So Spencer has spearheaded sweeping changes for the vision of the Xbox One brand. While the console may have been introduced in a rather confusing way, Microsoft has recently put more focus on games instead of those of entertainment experiences. While Spencer's comments obviously show that they are still committed to the other aspects of the Xbox One, they're obviously looking to win gamers over in the meantime. So I know what PSN does is good for their consumers, their fan base, you know, giving you these games. It is getting better, the PSN network, but I just think with Xbox Live it is a massive difference. As you know, there's certain things that PSN have over Xbox Live, but there was on the 360, like with the voice chat, the voice messages, and you can actually send voice messages over the PSN app. So I don't know, what would you want, old games, or would you want a different dashboard every month with new features? That's what they're doing. So Staying on the PlayStation 4 side, Amazon France lists that The Last of Us Remastered PS4 and console bundle for €429.99. So the French platform for Amazon's massive online marketplace has listed a new PS4 console bundle for that price, which is set to be released on July the 30th, 2014. The PS4 included is one of the new models which does not have slants, but instead straight edges as a case design choice some PlayStation customers requested previously. It is likely that the new version would produce slightly less than the standard PS4 model as well. The bundle also comes with Last of Us Remastered, which you can check the trailer for below, and was announced at E3 2014. So yeah, so the PS4 bundle, which I think this is really good by Sony. This is a good move by Sony, because The Last of Us, as you know, they're targeting the fan bases now, where people who didn't get to play it on the PS3 can now buy a PS4, and this just makes good business sense by bundling this game with it. Whether it'll be a digital download or whether it'll be a full physical copy, we don't know. So we'll have to see about that one. We'll go on to Forza 2 now. So Forza 2 on the Xbox One features honestly couldn't be done on any other console. Xbox 360 version is effectively a different game with fewer features. It is based in the same world. It's based on the same themes. Creative director Ralph Fulton told Digital Spy at E3 2014. Rather than thinking of them as the same game on different platforms, they are different games inspired by the same ideas. The Xbox 360 version of the game is being developed by Sumo Digital. They're the creators of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed, and runs on the original Forza Horizon engine, rather than the almost offensively high-end tech employed by Forza Motorsport 5. It falls behind the Xbox One version in at least two important respects. There's no weather system, and you won't be able to bring over your drive avatar from Forza 5 or create one from scratch. There are things what we are doing in Forza Horizon 2 for the Xbox One that can honestly only be done on that console. Not come across drive avatars before. They're freewheeling server-based AI personalities based on player behaviour that evolve alongside you and can undertake races on your behalf. It's not an exaggeration to say that the day we flick the switch on drive avatar technology in Horizon 2, the experience changed completely. Suddenly the races were completely different. The unpredictable skills of drive avatars suddenly have cars going three abreast into corners, undertaking and weaving, doing things that only real players would do, computer-controlled AI would never think to or have been programmed to do. So, yes, so it's just saying what it's saying is obviously the Xbox One version, it will not be like the 360 version, as he said in there, no weather system and no drive avatars. Got some more news on this as well. So in Horizon 2, the sequel to Horizon that launched on the 360 back in 2012, the studio hopes to meld the best of two distinct elements and worlds, the attention to detail and realism portrayed in close track simulation races, and the sense of discovery, excitement and exploration present in massive open world games. But most of all, Playground Games aims to deliver on three key pillars they outlined to us in behind closed doors presentation at E3: beauty, fun and freedom. Now, as you know, Forza Horizon 2 is a beautiful looking game. On Xbox One, Horizon 2 takes advantage of Forza Motorsport 5's engine that was built from the ground up for Microsoft's next-gen console, but also boasts a number of improvements that Playground tells us they just had to get in the game. This time including realistically generated atmospheric and weather effects, having implemented a fully dynamic weather system along with a shift in time of day. The engine needed to be flexible, and so Playground developed a setup that accurately simulates Earth's atmosphere, providing realistic lighting models that match all conditions. In Horizon 2, the sky is blue, not because the designers chose the appropriate colour, but because the atmosphere particle density, which viewed at a distance, dictates that's the case. Even rainbows are mathematically generated. As you know, we're just going on to Forza 5's drive avatar returns, but is now adopted to Horizon 2's open world nature. Not only does your drive avatar learn how you drive, it learns where you drive. In a connected world littered with other players' drive avatars, you can use this to your advantage by tailing them during free roam and following them to secret locations, obscure shortcuts or hidden car barns they might have found earlier. When you're offline, your drive avatar earns you credits as it races and free roams all on its own and exactly in your style. And also in Horizon 2, skill points are earned just as frequently by driving stylish as winning races. The points can be used to unlock perks. A set of basic ones are assigned to every driver at the beginning of their career, but you can progress to unlock abilities like fast travelling, earning cash at a faster rate, earning more cash for creating custom paints, or earning experience points while in free roam. We counted 25 perks during our session, but I may have missed a few. In addition to bucket lists or group of challenges for players to work through that will be continually added to the games post-launch. It's another layer that Playground Games hopes will inject more excitement into Horizon 2's progression system. So Horizon 2 may not quite be an MMO racer, but its heavy online experience comes front and centre using Xbox One's dedicated servers and smart matchmaking system. I wasn't able to get a good feel for the game's online multiplayer during our hands-off demo, but we're told Horizon 2 online experience will be seamless and only one button press away. Using the world map to find where your friends are at, it sounds like you'll be able to race on over and join in on their shenanigans, or invite them to an event on a whim without absolutely no loading times. So car meets are back from the original Horizon, where you'll be able to share stats and car tuning specs while checking out others. You'll also now be able to create your very own club of racers, up to 1,000 who share similar interests. If you have that many online friends, you can fill it right up, or choose to stay more intimate with a smaller group of familiar friends. You have the freedom. So as you know, it releases on September the 30th. I think that's a UK launch as well. I think it's in time for the US as well. So some good news there on Forza Horizon 2. I am looking forward to that game. Sniper Elite 3 on Xbox One has a mandatory day one patch, and that's 10 GB. The main part of the update is to sync data between the game's retail discs and the Xbox Live Digital Download edition of the game. In the several weeks between sending the code off to manufacture and release, rather than sit around and take a break, we've continued to work on the game, making improvements and optimizations. We've also begun to work on multiplayer DLC, and a small part of this update introduce a compatibility pack. This is standard for any game that adds DLC, just to make sure everyone can have the same multiplayer experience whether they own DLC or not. So while we understand gamers will be frustrated at the wait, the good news is that the update will actually reduce the size of the game's total install footprint on their hard drive and reduce the size of future patches significantly. It's part of the ongoing optimization process that's enabled Sniper Elite 3 to perform as well as a native 1080p on Xbox One and PS4. We appreciate everyone's patience, and we firmly believe Sniper Elite 3 will be worth the wait. The total install size for this game is 19 GB. So that's all I've got for today. So I'm going to go back to now me little tournaments, what I'm doing, and when we're dropping a video, I'm actually working on a video now. Just thought I'd bring you this one today for the news. I'm going to be posting, what I'm going to be doing is making, like, you know, certain nights for certain playlists. So get your names down now in the comment section, or follow me on Xbox Live. I've got a ton to accept. I've noticed I've got a few followers now just looking at my screen now. So I'm going to accept them. So look out for that other video. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned and keep it gaming. Peace out, guys.